Take a breath. I'd like to welcome you to our Sunday evening meditation. And I'm going to start stressing more of the meditation. The beginning meditation will be a little longer from now on. And then I'm going to have a little longer meditation at the end. Me personally, I like to talk. That's one of the things I like to do. But I think the most important thing happens when I'm not talking, or between the words, actually. That's when it really works best, I think. But as I was preparing for this evening and just kind of looking at myself and kind of doing a quick scan of everyone, I realized that everyone is going, just about everyone, I won't include everybody, but just about everybody is going through some pretty interesting challenges and transitions right now. In my world, I'm the only one that does that, but I'm sure that you guys do too. And from what I've been able to see as I was looking, I saw a lot of people are very concerned about their life and about their soul. And it's tough to think about spiritual things when the world is just clamoring in all around you, all about you all the time. It's hard. You're trying to figure out bills or trying to work out relationships, or maybe having an occupational change. Maybe you're moving. Maybe your pet is getting sick or whatever. There's all kinds of things going on in people's lives all the time. And many times we get so caught up in it that we fail to look at the important thing. And the important thing is what we have with each other and how we're dealing with each other, how we're supporting each other. And I just want you to know that there's more to life than news, weather, and sports, sex, drug, and rock and roll. There's more to life than that. There's more to life than politics or even religion. There's a spiritual nature to you that can transcend all obstacles and all problems. You can actually have a peace that goes beyond understanding. And that means that you can have a peace in the middle of chaos. You don't have to be the victim. Being a victim just keeps you locked into where you're at. You're not a victim. You're in the image and likeness of God. You are eternal. You have no beginning and you have no ending. And you're creating your own realities all the time. Actually, we're kind of co-creating our realities as I think about it. Yeah, we're under the influence of everybody that we love, and also under the influence of everybody that hates us. We're always being inundated by the dreams and feelings and energy of other people and circumstances around us. And sometimes those circumstances kind of congregate up. Sometimes you can be in a group of people and they just turn against you. And that's an interesting situation when that happens. It happens on the jobs. It can happen in personal relationships. It can happen all over the place. But what I'm suggesting is that we have energy coming to us from all angles and all times. And we're having to deal with life under these circumstances. And it's very difficult to see past, how to get out of the swamp when you've got alligators nipping at you all around. But we have to deal with that. We have to deal with the alligators, and we have to deal with getting out of the swamp of all of this psychic stuff that's hitting us all the time. I'm recommending that people, when you watch the news, just watch the headlines and don't go into the details. Try to keep yourself a little removed from all the chaos and the conjecture. Everybody conjectures, this is going to happen, or that's going to happen, or if he does this, or the world's coming to an end. We have that too. Let me let you in a little secret. The world is coming to an end at some point, but you are not. You're not ever going to come to an end. You're always going to be creative, because that is what you are made of, is creative stuff. So try to start purifying yourself. Start forgiving people. Start forgiving yourself. Quit living in the past and all the failures of the past, and take a moment to sit right here in this moment. And then when you're really settled here, you can maybe start dreaming about things you'd like to do in the future. But don't let the failures and the horrors of the past interfere with your view of life right now. It's a beautiful world outside. It really is. But we pick up on these energies that are around us, and from every place and from everyone. And we're walking through this world, a sponge. And my thought is that we need to start being mindful of where our mind is going. Who's in charge of your mind? Is it you, or has it been other people? Are the dreams that you have your dreams? Or are you just living out the dreams of people around you who want you to be a certain way? Each one of us is trying to find our way through this thing. And we have a very short time to do it, just a few short decades. But we can do it. I was talking to a very advanced soul, and I says, what about enlightenment? And he says, I could never be enlightened in this life. I've got too far to go. And I said to him, that's an enlightening thought. It's coming from a point of realization that you have a lot to work on. But you should always think that you can do it in this life. That it's that important that you really uncover your spiritual nature in this life, to come in tune with your higher self, to find the love and all of the power that you need inside of yourself. And many times we have to push everything around us away. And what we do is we practice meditation. Meditation, we stop our thoughts. And as we stop our thoughts, we're putting our focus upon the divine energies, the divine realizations that come to us from everywhere. Just as everything is trying to keep us from understanding our enlightenment, we have just as much up here that's trying to awaken us to get away from what Buddha called the nightmare of the day. When you leave this body, you leave everything except yourself. The things that you haven't worked out, the angers, the horrible circumstances that maybe you created or other people created for you. What makes you think that's going to end when you die? What makes you think that when you cross over to the other side, things are suddenly going to be different? You go to sleep tonight, you have problems. You wake up tomorrow morning, problems are still there usually. Why do you think the incarnational process is any different? So it's very important for us to work on ourselves right now. It's very important for us to forgive ourselves and to forgive others. Quit living in the past where you were ignorant and you made mistakes and you caused problems, or people did things to you that were horrible. Quit living there. You're bringing those energies and that stuff into this moment. And this moment, really, when you just stop that, you'll see it's not there. See how easy that was? So I want you to be encouraged. We're going through a time of transition. Everything is changing. Nothing's going to be the same, ever. So learn to flow with this. Maybe get up Wayne Dyer's book on the Tao and do a Tao thing every day. Read a verse of the Tao. Study the Eightfold Path. Study the teachings of Christ. Read Osho's books. Enlightenment is all around us, and it's always beckoning us to come to it. And as you stop your thoughts and open up your mind to the higher self, to move your energy up into the higher self, will help us all, help this world get through this transition that we're in. And we are indefinitely in a transition right now. And you can see that the old ways are not going very quickly, but there's a new wave of energy, a new wave of compassion and empathy, a new way of love that's coming. And we start right now, right here where we're at. And so with that short little talk, I'd like to meditate with you. We're going to meditate through 5 songs. Each song is about 4 minutes long. And so this is how we're going to end up today, meditating. During the meditation, you may want to close your eyes, or you may want to just watch me meditate. I meditate very fiercely. And just allow your thoughts to stop. Quit trying to figure it all out. You can't. You can think you can, but you can't. It's much more complicated. But your higher self knows all of the answers. So yeah, let's meditate to about 5 songs. And I think this is a good way to start out the week. It's a good way to let go of the past. And it's a good way to get in touch with your higher self. So again, during these meditations, pay attention to where the energy is. It's usually going to be in the heart or the throat or the third eye, or maybe higher. Sometimes it might go lower. Have fun. Listen to the music. See where the energy takes you. And let's meditate together. Take a breath. Relax. This week, set a time to meditate. And in that meditation, try to seek your divine nature with all of your heart, with everything that's within you, just for a few minutes. I would rather you meditate intensely on the divine for 20 minutes than to just sit there and say a mantra for an hour. Seek your higher self, seek the divine nature that's within you, and go beyond that into the divine nature itself. That's what this is all about, waking up. And I'll see you next Sunday. Namaste.